Look at this. He's crying. Oh, what are you crying for, you piece? So the true legacies that will be remembered long term will be the accelerating income inequality and the near collapse of the Democratic Party. In his farewell address, Obama also cited how the country halved its dependency on foreign oil. True enough, at the cost of environmental disasters from Texas to Dakotas to Pennsylvania, as oil fracking replaced Saudi sources, in the process generating irreversible water and air contamination in the United States. In foreign policy, he noted he signed the Iran deal, but left out mentioning that during his administration, the U.S. set the entire Middle East aflame with failed policy responses to the Arab Spring, with Hillary's coup in Libya, to the support of various terror groups, including al-Qaeda in Syria, and to the arming of the Saudis to attack Yemen. As he put it, he reversed the Great Recession, rebooted the auto industry, generated the long job creation period in U.S. economic history, gave 20 million people health insurance coverage, halved U.S. dependency on foreign oil, negotiated the Iran nuclear proliferation deal, killed Osama bin Laden, prevented foreign terrorist attacks on the U.S. homeland, ended torture, passed laws to protect citizens from surveillance, and worked to close Gitmo. That's what he's saying he did. Sounds good unless one considers the facts behind the hurrah for me claims. Half of the jobs created in 2008 included those lost in 2008 to 2010. And the rest of the net gains in the new jobs since 2010 have been low paid, no benefits, part-time, temp gigs, service jobs that leave no fewer than 40% of young workers under 30 today forced to live at home with their parents. More people are working 2 and 3 part-time jobs than ever before. 5 million have left the workforce altogether, which doesn't get counted in the official employment and unemployment rate figures. If one counts part-time workers, temps, and those who've left the labor force or not entered altogether, the jobless rate is not today's official 4.9%, but 10% of the workforce. That's 15 million people or more still after 8 fucking years. Meanwhile, those who do have jobs are victims of the great job churn, from high to lower wage, from a few, if any, benefits to none at all. But he did end the Great Recession for the wealthy and their corporations. Corporations have distributed more than $5 trillion in stock buybacks and dividends to their shareholders since 2010, as corporate profits more than doubled and stock and bond markets tripled in value, and it's more than $6 trillion in new tax cuts for corporations and investors beyond. Okay, that's all. That's his real legacy. Making corporations and the rich already richer and decimating the poor with austerity. Go ahead.
The other thing that he did that really troubles me is he normalized and validated all of George Bush's excesses as an executive. He expanded the war powers. He has really kind of eviscerated many of our civil liberties, and we're now at the mercy of Donald Trump and future presidents to not violate our civil liberties.
Yeah, he's handing over. So if Donald Trump is this existential threat to our society, which is what they were telling us, why wouldn't you try to shore up and maybe reinstitute habeas corpus, which he took away from us? Habeas corpus, if you don't know, is the linchpin of democracy. It is gone. Barack Obama took it away, and now he's giving that power to put you in jail without a trial to Donnie Trump. He's giving that power to him, and all they got to do is say you're a terrorist. And guess who's a terrorist? Anybody who protests the government, you're now an economic terrorist. That's what they're doing.
You're an environmental terrorist.
You're an environmental people.
You're a financial terrorist.
Those people in North Dakota are environmental terrorists. If you go and protest Wall Street, you're a financial terrorist. They throw you in jail. And why do you think Barack Obama passed that repealed habeas corpus? Why do you think they want to be able to throw you in jail without a trial? Because they don't want to fucking do it, or they're already doing it. They're already doing it.
It's not just that they can throw you in jail. I mean, Obama literally has a kill list. A list of names of people that, based on his whim and him, having conversations with whoever he wants to, he decides who's going to die and who the United States is going to kill. In addition to all these random people who don't have names in Yemen, of course. And now he's just going to slide that list over to Donald Trump with lots of blank spaces in it for him to fill in. And who's going to say, no, Donald Trump, you can't put Rosie O'Donnell on that list?
Right.
I mean, not that I care particularly about Rosie O'Donnell more than anybody else, but it's a blank. He can put anybody on it, and who's going to stop him? Steve Bannon?
Right.
I mean, it's just whoever his attorney general is. Jeff Sessions going to stop him? No, these people are. I mean, so
And nobody's upset
that is Obama's legacy. That's what he's handing over.
And he's handing over the surveillance
And that's,
state.
everyone's saying, oh, well, Donald Trump is just going to undo everything Obama did. No, he's not going to do that.
No.
I wish he would.